Geek Out!
Pinkies up. Time for another Geek Out book club. I'm Sam.
I'm Jake.
This time we're going to be talking about the Image Comics series Ringside, which comes back for its second story arc tomorrow, Wednesday, August 10th, in comic book shops everywhere and on Comixology. The series, of course, is by Keatinge, and the artist on that one is Nick Barber. But yeah, so this kind of. Again, this is the start of the second story arc with issue 6. First arc's already been collected. It's been out since like June. You can get that also on in comic book shops everywhere and on Comixology. It kind of has this kind of, I want to say like the wrestler in terms of like the broken down kind of retired old wrestlers, but there's definitely kind of like an organized crime bent behind the whole thing too.
The organized crime thing was something I wasn't expecting at first.
I just thought it was going to be the wrestler.
Yeah, but because I mean, honestly, just the backstage politics of wrestling and just what it does to the human body and psyche is fascinating enough. Mm-hmm. But, I guess when you throw an organized crime to it, it gets even crazier.
Yeah. And, with this, we're starting to kind of see the consequences without going into what they are, explicitly. We start to see the consequences from that first story arc. They really kind of develop those into this sixth issue. We start to see a little more background about the key players. We get some flashbacks and that sort of thing. But yeah, it's definitely, if you love wrestling and if you love the kind of, it really does. Yeah. It's the way it starts out. You're like, oh, this dude's just coming back to town. And it's like, oh no, he's coming back to town and he's messing with like the mob. Yeah.
It's like, how Field of Dreams is not necessarily a baseball movie, but uses baseball to tell a story. This is very much like wrestling is used to tell an organized crime story kind of deal.
What do you think of the artwork?
It's pretty solid. I mean, like it works for the kind of the noir kind of quality for it.
Yeah, there is kind of like wrestling, especially these days with like the New Day and everything. There is kind of like almost like a neon quality to it.
That works.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of the artwork in another Image Comics series we reviewed and interviewed the guys for, Limbo.
Yes, yeah, especially definitely the neon stuff.
Yeah, not quite as much like Shadow, and it is kind of very much a wrestler's noir.
Yeah.
like post-wrestling noir.
That's right.
Let's create that subgenre.
Well
done. Yeah, Nick, Joe, well done. You've created. Yeah, so, again, if you love all those elements and if you love just like a solid crime comic that uses wrestling kind of as a backdrop, definitely check it out. Again, that 6th issue, which kicks off the second story arc, out in comic book shops everywhere and on Comixology on Wednesday, August 10th. You can get that first story arc collected now, so definitely you can get caught up.
What are you waiting for?
Yeah, no excuse. So yeah, this has been another Geek Out Book Club. I'm Sam.
I'm Jake.
Keep reading. This has been another Geek Out production. If you enjoyed what you heard, hey, we've got a new commentary every Monday. We've got a special episode every Friday. Of course, there's the usual catching up show every Wednesday. And you get book club episodes just about every Tuesday these days. Thanks for listening.